Well, me and Earl was hauling chickens on a flatbed out of Wiggins. We spent all night on the uphill side of 36 miles of hell called Wolf Creek Pass, which is upon the Great Divide. And we was sitting there sucking toothpicks, drinking knee-high and onion soup mix. I said, Earl, let's mail the card to Mother and send those chickens on down the other side. Yeah, let's give them a ride. Well, Earl set down his bottle and mashed his foot down on the throttle, and a couple of boobs and 1,000 cubes and a 1948 Peterbilt screamed to life. We woke up them chickens. Well, we roared up off that shoulder, sprang pine cones, rocks, and boulders, and put 400 head of those Rhode Island Red and a couple of burnt-out roosters on the line. Look out below, cause here we go. Earl reared back, scratched his pants, lit up the half of a $1 cigar and took a puff. Said, "My, ain't this pretty up here?" I said, "Earl, this hill could spill us. You better slow down or you're going to kill us. Just make one mistake, and it's the pearly gates for those 85 crates of USDA-approved cluckers. You want to hit second?" Well, Earl grabbed her hold of the shifter and stabbed her into 5th gear, and then the chromium-plated, dual-illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob came right off in his hand. I said, Earl, you don't screw that back on there." He was trying to thread it back on there when the fire fell off his cigar, sort of dropped on down, rolled around, lit cover Earl's pants and burned a hole in his sock. Yeah, sort of set it right on fire. Well, I looked out of the window and started counting foam poles going by the rate of the 4th to 7th power. I put 2 and 2 together, added 12, and carried 5, and come up to 22,000 telephone poles an hour. Well, I looked at Earl, his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, his leg was fried. His hands was froze to the wheel like tongues that sled in the middle of a blizzard. I said, "Earl, the time has come for me to explain. If you don't apply some brake real soon, they're going to pick us up with a stick and a spoon." Earl reared back, cocked his leg, mashed his foot down on the pedal, and the pedal went clear of the floor, stayed right there on the floor, said, sort of like stepping on a plum. Well, from there on down, it wasn't real pretty. It was Hairpin County and Switchback City. One of them looked like a can full of worms, the other one looked like malaria germs. Well, right in the middle of the whole dang show was a real nice tunnel, I wouldn't you know. The sign said clearance to the 12-foot line. We had those chickens stacked up to 13.9. We shot that tunnel at 110 like gas to a funnel eggs to a hen. We took that top row of chickens off slicker than scum off Louisiana swamp. We went down, around, down, run out of ground at the edge of town and bashed into the side of the feed store. Downtown Pagosa Springs.